Happy Saturday, y'all. I'm a no limit soldier. I thought I told you. Hey, y'all. I'm headed out to go take my brother. All praises to God, because y'all, when he fell and re-injured his shoulder, the doctors thought that he would have to end up going to a neurological rehabilitation center. But he was able to go local, stay with my sister for a month, and now he's back home. So, thank God for that. How's everybody doing this morning? Y'all got on this little dress. One day I was in the Dollar, and I don't even shop at the Dollar General, but I was in there one day, I saw this little dress for $7. I said, let me go ahead and get that, something to knock around it when I got to run to the store or something, But anyway, how's everybody doing? I just wanted to come on and talk about some things and some situations, and I'm gonna just get right into it. So, men are supposed to be the head. Men are supposed to choose the woman they want to spend the rest of their life with. And I remember one of our local DJs here, he had a morning show, and he was saying a man knows within the first 3 months if the woman he's dating is the woman he want to spend the rest of his life with. And so I was looking at cheaters this morning, and a lot of the cases you'll find where the woman is with the man and the man is cheating or what have you, and she is a lot of times she's been providing for him, and there's no level of respect, and he's been cheating and things of that sort. And I remember seeing a thing on Facebook where they said a lot of men are not in love, they're in situationships, or they're inconveniences. In other words, they're with you because of what you have to offer. And so I was thinking about this situation where this lady had been dating this guy, and they had been dating for years. I think at one time they were engaged, and the engagement was off and all that. But, you'll look back and you wasted a lot of years of your life being with somebody who promising you things and showing you something totally different. And, you wonder why I've been so good to him and he never treated me the way I'm supposed to be treated. And, God is a jealous God. And if you think about it, a lot of times, I'm going to say myself included, we've invested a lot of time into someone, and it's not the I'm going to just say what you're putting into the relationship, you're not getting back. If you're a female and you've been dating a man for a significant amount of years, listen, I tell my daughters, you date to marry, not to have decade-long relationships, because that you don't grow like that. Any man that's worthy of you is going to want to make you his wife, and so you can build together, and your relationship could be. Marriages are blessed by God. God bless marriages. And then you think about you in a situation where you're giving your body to somebody, and the old people say, why buy the cow when the milk is free? All he got to do is come over, take you out or whatever, and then he getting there all the privileges of being married to you, and you just another woman. Whether you be in a relationship, you shacking up or whatever, don't do it. It's not worth your time. I remember this situation where this man and woman had been together for years. And when that woman died, that woman's body wasn't cold, so her family had come and put that man out of the house. Now, irregardless to the fact that they had been together for years, and I'm sure he had helped fix the house up and everything, that was irrelevant, because guess what? They weren't legally married, and she wasn't, and he wasn't entitled to anything. So the kids literally just put that man out on the streets. And he had dedicated time and money, sweat, and blood into the household. So, when we do things that God like decency and order, and when we don't do it that way, it can make your life very chaotic. It can. And sometimes you look at women and they're in relationships and they're depressed and all that type of stuff. And you know why they're like that? Because anytime you're with somebody who you're not meant to be with, you're not going to be elevated. It's just not how it works. They got a big funeral here today. They got on purple. Yeah, and some people wear some of the tightest dresses. They be dressed like they going to the club, the church. I just think that's disrespectful. But anyway, I'm not put here to judge. I'm just saying. If you're a young lady and you're going to a funeral, don't look like you're going to the club. I just don't think it's appropriate. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. And I think that as an older woman, the Lord gives us discernment. You know, we don't know things. We don't know everything, but we learn as we grow. You know, we learn as we live. And so I think we should be able to. And you know, a lot of times younger women don't want to hear it. I understand. But what I'm saying is, even though you don't want to hear it, at least be receptive to just listen and just think about it. Yeah, I'm all over the place, I know, but, you know, I'm going to just go ahead and keep it 100 because, you know what, the thing about it is, yeah, you're going to be judged, but I don't care what people say. I worry about what God say. And a lot of times when we go through things, we're supposed to be a testimony to help somebody else. And so that's why I am with it. So, yes, was in a situation I should have long got out of. And I know better. I ain't going to go into all detail because it ain't y'all business, but I know better and I do better. You know, when you don't grow, T.D. Jakes say anything that's dead should be buried. If you in a situation, even if you got a plant, think about it like this. You got a plant in your house. And you dedicate time and energy to that plant and it just won't grow. And finally the leaves start dwindling and everything. What are you going to do? Because see, you don't want that dead energy in your house. So like they say, if you got plants that's dying and stuff, you're not supposed to keep that. You're not. Unless you can regrow it. But, you know, what I'm saying is, you know, when we're looking at other people's lives, sometimes we just got to stop and reflect on our own. You know. And, I know better. I'm doing better. You know, and that's for anybody. If you in a situation and you with somebody and y'all not growing, the relationship not growing, and I'm not talking about material things, because you can have all the material things in the world, but if you're not growing in the spirit and stuff like that, that's important too. People don't give enough reverence to God. They don't put God first. Like in relationships, you go and you get with this man and he's your all in all. You giving him your body, your time, your place to stay. He driving your car and he won't even get up and go to church with you. I'm not saying that's my situation, but I'm just saying, y'all, young ladies, reflect on your life, look at your situation and all of that, and just try to do better. Put God first. Love y'all, and I'm gonna come back because I want to finish this. I'm dropping my brother off and I'm headed to the house. But I just wanted to come on and finish my conversation from earlier. And y'all know I love everybody, right? That's how God made me. I love people. I love helping people. Giving advice and all that. But I really want to concentrate on the women right now because a lot of times we're the ones that stuck raising the kids, making the sacrifices, and getting very little sleep. And, you know, a lot of us are fortunate to have had men who stepped in and helped and do that. But for the most part, a lot of the women are doing it alone. From the woman with the one child to the woman with 10, 11, 12, however many they have, and they're raising alone. But self-love is very important. And the reason why I want to talk about this, because I remember my older brother, he used to have this saying, it doesn't matter who you love, it's who love you. And I think about that especially for a woman, because biblical reference the Bible says, blessed is a man who finds a wife, because in her he finds a good thing. So that lets us know that the man is supposed to find the woman. So it's especially true for a woman. It doesn't matter who you love. I'm saying in a relationship, it's who love you. Because if you love that man and he love you, it doesn't matter how much of his time, your money, whatever else you give him, your body, If he don't love you, you don't have his heart, you're just not gonna get all of him. And I just want to keep it real. A man could be with you and really not love you. You know, sometimes it's what you're giving them, what they're able to get from you, how they're able to treat you. And so that who loves you situation is very, very important. And for women, I think that, starting with little girls at a very young age, learn to love yourself. Everything you do, do it for self-love. Don't do it to be accepted by a man. You know, there is somebody for everybody. I remember when I was working at this retail, I'm not going to say where, so I don't want to get too much information. But I was working at this place, and there was a young man that came to work there. You know, and you could tell he was mentally challenged, but he was a good worker. I mean, you tell him what to do, he was going to do it. He was going to do it right. He was going to do it. He was going to be. It may take him a while to do it, but it was going to be done right. So with people having patience with him, he was able to excel on the job. And then he had a wife, and the wife was pretty much like him. You know, her mental capacity was just about as like his, but they loved each other, is what I'm saying. So that's somebody for everybody. You may think that because you like me, I got a big old head, but I got a big brain. So you have to learn to love yourself how God made you. Yeah, I know people go and they get these surgeries to reconstruct their body and reconfigure their shape and all that. That's all well and good. But make sure before you do that you've gotten your inside, because it does you no good to have a beautiful body and an ugly spirit. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, life is not easy, and the older you get, the more you understand, and you go through so many things, and finally you get the it's like that light bulb come on, like, okay, I've been missing this all along, but now I get it. And a lot of what happens is you really have to learn how to love yourself enough to be satisfied with just you. You understand what I'm saying? You got to learn how to be able to live in this world and be satisfied here alone. If that makes it may not be coming out right. I don't mean living in the world by yourself. I don't mean that. But being okay with being alone. I'm saying not in a relationship. I don't want to get caught up in no funeral procession here today. Let me hurry up, get out this side of town. But anyway, yeah, I just want. Oh, there go the man with the greens. I've been looking for the man with the greens, y'all, and I just found him. People just got to learn how to love one another, how to get along, how to agree to disagree respectfully. You understand? Yeah. I hope these greens don't look like they're all that good, but I sure want some. I got a $20 bill, and I might go ahead and fill it up with greens. Yeah. All right, y'all. I'll be back. Okay, y'all. I'm back. His greens, I don't like to get greens with some of the leaves and the term brown already. I don't like them like that. And then they kind of had a smell to them. And somebody said he had the greens over there. Now, sometimes you do have to get them greens and pick the bad ones out, but I prefer to not buy them if I see a lot of brown. I don't. I like to patronize my people now, but nah, I don't feel like, if I'm going to pick the greens, and then all he had was mustard, I want mustard and turnip, so I'm good. I'm going to go ahead. I went ahead and bought me a cabbage for tomorrow. But anyway, yeah, the reason why right now that I want to motivate women, especially young single mothers, and don't be so quick to get in a relationship, because you're tired of being single and doing it by yourself. You have to consider your kids, and, you don't want to have a different man every week around your children. It's just, for me, I have to form a relationship with you outside of my kids and get to feel like I could trust you before I will introduce you to my children. And they're grown. And they are grown. And, you know, and I remember my coworker was saying, she told her girls, if I don't need to meet your boyfriend, only when it's somebody you're serious about. And that makes sense. And they makes sense. I don't want to be rambling, not talking about nothing, but honestly, for women, y'all, you know, like I say, save yourself. You know, I talked about this before, saving yourself. You ain't married and you giving him everything and he giving you, I don't know. I see things different now. I haven't always been that way, but I feel like if I'm not the woman you want to marry, I'm not going to be laying up with you, spending my time. You understand what I'm saying? When I can be pursued by somebody that want to make an honest woman out of me. I mean, that's just how I feel about it. And you know, for a long time, I remember people used to talk about, oh my goodness, this girl been married 3-4 times, but at least she's not shacking up with these men. And you know, so that's a good question. How do y'all feel about that? What do you feel about a lady or a man being married multiple times? They get married, the marriage doesn't work, they get out of their relationship, and then they marry somebody else. At first I used to be like, why get married all them different times? Because God honors marriages. You know? So, but anyway, I ain't gonna stay on here long. I just put some things on your mind and make you think. You know, make us look at our own lives and see how we can do things better and do what thus say the Lord. Because, you know, when we try to do things our way, it may feel good for a moment. But then if you're a Christian, the Lord is going to convict you. And then, you know, something about something that you're doing or some situation you're in is not going to feel right because you know it's not, well, for me, it wasn't of God. You understand? So, all that. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. It is Saturday. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Be blessed. Make someone smile. And hey, welcome all my new subscribers. Thanks.